Hello and welcome. I'm Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. The Nuggets lost 125-93 to the OKC Thunder. It was a blowout. Nikola Jokic, their best player, finished with 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists, but got very little help from the rest of his team. He barely got any help out there. If you look at the supporting cast, there was just not enough. If anything, over-reliance and overuse of Jokic was the reason the Nuggets lost. The bench was terrible, getting 6 points from Russell Westbrook and 4 from Peyton Watson. Whoever the Nuggets hire as their next GM will have a lot of work to do to make this roster better, particularly when it comes to depth. The bench got absolutely demolished. Adelman really only had 7 or maybe 8 guys he could trust in this series, and it burnt Denver. When Michael Porter Jr. is on the court, you're playing with 4 guys. You look at what he's done. He was a ghost once again, scoring a lousy 6 points, shooting 3 of 8 from the field, and 0 of 4 from three-point range. He had done absolutely nothing. And you are paid a max contract to score the ball? Since that's all you really are good for? I'm not too sure if you're good at that with the amount of shots you've missed. He's a defensive liability and did not shoot the ball well. Why was Michael Porter Jr. out there? Why? Lack of depth and Murray and MPJ disappearing are what cost the Nuggets. 13 points on 6 of 16 shooting from Jamal Murray for a player of his caliber in a Game 7 was unacceptable. You got the best player on the planet in Nikola Jokic, although he only took 9 shots in Game 7. The swarming defense, they were all over him. And you got a slew of guys standing around, camping out at the three-point line. And when the ball does find them, they miss the shots. You give the ball to those guys, they can't make a shot, they can't buy a basket, and you can honestly see the frustration on Jokic's face. It's either an air ball or clinks off the rim. Brick shot. There's no way you look at that roster and think, yeah, we can win a championship. This team is going absolutely nowhere with this lineup. With this current lineup right now, they stand no chance. They don't protect the ball. Rotation on offense and defense was awful. Can't shoot and lack hustle plays. But even all of that said, Denver would have still gotten beat either by either team coming out of the East. I think this playoff run showed the Nuggets are closer to a title than people think. But a few things have to happen this offseason. This team needs a complete overhaul, including the coaching staff, obviously. At a minimum, MPJ needs to be traded. And I think, honestly, if this team ever wants to win anything again, so does Jamal Murray. The bench desperately needs to be revamped to be competitive. Get a bench. Changes need to be made to the starting lineup in order to be back next year. But I can't look at this series and not applaud OKC for the work they did defensively on the Nuggets. It feels to me like OKC defense solved Jokic, which presented problems for the rest of the team because you took away Jokic, then you take away the entire team. If you take away Jokic, you take away everybody else. That's what this felt like. OKC's defense is really good. It's their defense that really carried them. You got to give it up for OKC's defense to be able to stop the best players on the floor. Their constant and calculated ball pressure, elite help, defense and activity, the ability to force turnovers and get takeaways fuels their incredible transition offense. Defense just keeps coming. Littered with individual defenders who love to put pressure on the basketball, holding Denver to 37 combined fourth quarter points in back-to-back wins. OKC ranks at the top of most defensive stats in the final quarter of the playoffs. In the last couple of games, you had the Denver Nuggets in the situation they had a chance to win Game 4 at home, up 73-66 in Game 4 against the Oklahoma City Thunder on Sunday with 10:57 to go. They fall apart, blowing a massive chance to take a stranglehold on things. They were minutes away from going back to OKC with a 3-2 series lead. And then they go on the road to OKC leading 90-81 with 10 minutes to go in an eventual 112-105 loss to the Thunder, falling behind 3-2 in a dramatic second round playoff. And we could admit, right? You've seen those crowds. They were trying to believe. They wanted to believe they were moments away from being up 3-2 and potentially having a chance to close it out in Game 5 on the road. That's got to make those folks in Denver crazy to know the Nuggets lost this series when they blew Game 4. And at the end, what you got was a tired, exhausted Nuggets team. They've had some fourth quarter struggles, and they've been leaning on Jokic to have 40-point nights. Although he's arguably the best player on the planet, he can't carry the team without support from his teammates. And, a lot went wrong for the Denver Nuggets, for this Denver Nuggets team throughout the course of the season, stretches where they lost games. Then the coach, Michael Malone, gets fired, and somehow, with all the distractions, ups and downs, losses and struggles, Denver still competed in a 7-game series versus OKC. This team, for once, needs a new head coach, a different voice, somebody who can come in and reshape the culture, and they need to revamp the starting lineup and revamp the bench. I think Denver is not far away from having an opportunity to win another championship, but changes have to be made in order to make that happen. All right, everyone, I'm out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great Tuesday. We'll talk again very soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.